Hi, everybody. It's Kaylee and Peggy here again. And today we're talking about the impact of your support of SandCastles and our SandCastles mission. We've had some questions lately about the many different things that SandCastles does for the community. And today we're going to give you a rundown on our services. First, though, I want to start off by saying that it is true that SandCastles runs largely on philanthropic donations. So we thank you and we appreciate all of our donors who keep us going and allow us to do this incredibly important work. We wanted to have an open conversation today about what your dollar helps make happen here at SandCastles.
So first, we're going to start off by our probably main service. And when families or parents or guardians who've had experienced a death give us a call, we have a very well-trained clinical staff who are here to support parents and guardians as they walk these beginning steps in their family's grief journey. Um, we schedule an intake assessment with them. They have a chance to share their story and ask questions. We talk about potential behavioral challenges that they might be seeing or issues related to school or whatever it might be. Our staff is here to listen, support, provide information, education, resources, whatever the circumstances are around the death. We're here for them.
And once they've talked with one of our caring intake staff, then they can start that process of starting our peer-based grief support groups, which we have for children, teens, and adults here at SandCastles. Those groups help to normalize the grief experience. They'll do different crafts and games and activities in the children and teen groups to help them cope with their feelings and their grief journey. And all of the members of the family will get the support that they need, adults included. They can meet with other adults who are parents or caregivers to learn how to best support their children and their grief journey while taking care of themselves because they're grieving too.
In addition to the peer-based support groups where the kids are in groups with others around their age, I guess one good thing that came out of the pandemic is Sandcastles saw a need and started something called the Sandcastles Family Community. And this is a space for families that want to participate in family-based, like one-time activities. And anyone can join who is enrolled in our program. We offer multiple activities every month at different places with different topics, and families kind of peruse the listing and identify the things that their family needs and sign up for. It's been a great addition to what we're doing, and we're really happy to be able to provide that service.
Yes, I love that family community. It's been a great thing to come out of the pandemic. And we also, for the families that are in our program, offer ongoing support. So, as the school year's starting up now, maybe there's an additional death, or they're having trouble in school, or the kids are seeing some bullying, we can help provide information to the families to help them through some of those challenges.
And that leads us to our next big event that we have. We have this fantastic bereavement camp experience that we offer for our kids. This is a transformative experience for children and teens to be able to come together out in nature, to work on their grief, to participate in traditional camp activities like ropes course and going swimming and being able to even just go on hikes and be together with peers. It helps to normalize what they're going through. It gives them some great experiences out in nature that allow them to kind of get centered and share, and they're truly transformative. We have offered both day camps, and we certainly have offered a lot of weekend camps over our existence, and look forward to doing more of that in the future.
We also offer support to the community at large. So we at SandCastles provide grief consultation calls. So maybe that's someone from a school calling to talk with us. Maybe there's a student or a teacher or another community member who's died and they need support talking with the students and the staff about how to go about coping with that and the grief that the community feels altogether. We can help talk with you about those things. Maybe that's talking with a relative For example, a non guardian adult who's looking for resources to help their family process and deal with their grief. Maybe that's help talking with the child about the death or talking with the caregiver about finding support in the area that they can lean on.
And under the grief consultation call, we also are available to talk with families that are anticipating the death of a loved one and want to talk about how to explain that to their child. How do you explain death to a 3-year-old, for example? And how can that child or children be included in that process and in both the death and dying as well as the funeral and all of the processes that go around that? There are many, many things that families can do to cope with the anticipatory grief that goes along with that. And we can help encourage the sharing and the processing and give ideas to deal with the difficult emotions surrounding that saying goodbye to someone that you love.
And lastly, we also do different trainings and have different community education and support of different organizations looking for more information, maybe on children in grief or death and dying. And maybe part of that too is having difficult conversations surrounding loss. So many professions don't include studying grief and loss in their formal education. So we're here for those who are interested in learning more and becoming advocates for grieving children.
And some of those people turn into our wonderful volunteers. Shout out to all of our volunteers that make everything happen. We do appreciate the compassionate hearts that come to us. They're called to help grieving children. They join our team. We do volunteer trainings year round to provide them with the skills they need to facilitate inside of our groups. And we couldn't do it without them. So if you or someone you know is interested in jumping on one of our trainings and becoming one of our volunteers, please give us a call.
We appreciate your support of our mission here at SandCastles, and certainly our donations mean so much to us and allow us to continue to serve families in Southeast Michigan free of charge. We also appreciate all of our volunteers and even our social media followers and listeners like you who encourage us and help us to spread the word. Together, we can create a more grief sensitive community for children.